Hey guys, what's happening? Another round of the daily ranting on my YouTube channel. But first of all, as per usual, I'm going to do my shout out, and I'm actually going to talk about it for a minute because it's something I got into not just recently, something I've always been into. My shout out this time is to Selena Gomez. Correct me if I'm wrong if you ever see this, Selena. I watched a video not too long ago and discovered that you're pretty impartial to all things zombies, and that's kind of my thing. I own all the Resident Evil movies, I watch The Walking Dead, and I even collect them. I've got like a little collection of zombies here. I've got a boy and a girl, and of course their cat companion. And a lot of people ask me, you know, why do you like zombies so much? They're really gross and they rip people apart and whatever. I'm just like, yeah, but they may be scary looking and whatever else, but they're just really dumb. You know, they don't move all that fast unless you think of the ones from Resident Evil. They kind of slowly mutate and grow extensive parts of their body, and by the end of it they can sprint. So that's not fun. But I'm thinking more of the ones from Walking Dead. They're just really slow and stupid, and I don't know, there was hardly an episode that I didn't laugh at one of them. But that's not the only thing. I just wanted to also shout out to her that in the last 6 months, or somewhere in the last 6 months, I just sat down, I binge watched Wizards of Waverly Place, and it was hilarious. I bet you must have had a blast playing Alex Russo. One of my best friends, actually, her name is Alex, and she can be a pretty bit of a goofball at times. I've known her for about 16 years now, so we've been friends for a long time. But as much as Alex cracked me up, my favourite thing about the whole show was her budding friendship with Harper. Most people go for like her growth as a wizard, which is important and relatable, or her cute little relationship with Mason, because the whole forbidden wizard werewolf thing going on there. But I just love best friends, the whole concept of it all, because Harper was the one person, like, wasn't related to her, that just 100% stuck by her, 100% believed in her. There was one instant where this new wizard friend of hers went bad, and Alex seemingly kind of went along with it. But in the end, it turns out Alex was just leading her along so she could throw her into a trap and stop her evil deeds and whatever. And Harper was the only one that believed that Alex wasn't evil, that she had some ulterior motive to stop the bad from happening. So yeah, I love their friendship. So good job, Selena Gomez, and also Jennifer Stone, for portraying the ultimate best friend relationship there. And but before I get up to the next bit, the whole ranting bit, I'm just gonna pause it and bring in some help. Hey, we're back. This is my help, my husband Ethan.
Hey.
My friend Daniel's not here because, well, the topic we're going to talk about today is he hasn't really watched it, has he?
Yeah.
I think he saw like smidges of it. Anyway, what we're going to talk about tonight is the Dragon Prince. Not anime for once. Even though I'm wearing an anime shirt. If you don't know who this is Saber from Fate Stay Night. And are you wearing one?
Yeah.
Oh, he's wearing One Piece. Lucy, Ace, and Sabo from One Piece. But not what we're talking about. So this is a show that's reasonably new on Netflix in the last year, at the most, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of stumbled on it, didn't you? You're just like, hey, what's this show? It's the Dragon Princess. Check it out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And it turned out to be a really good show.
Got hooked pretty much straight away. And, people they're not typically drawn to the animation, but I think it suits it.
Yeah.
I think it's actually, it's right. It's completely right for the kind of story they're going for, actually, and the characters. And I thought we could just briefly touch on each character, all the main ones, the important ones, and then we'll save our favorite for last.
And warning, this is again spoiler
alert for those who haven't seen season or any of it or season 2 yet.
So those who actually don't want to be spoiled, stop the video right now and just go watch it, and then we can actually you can come back later and hear about the rant that we have. All right.
So we'll start off with the worst. So Byron.
Oh yeah, Byron.
He's good as a villain because he had like the subtlety at the beginning. Because at first I was thinking, oh, it's just some devious right-hand man of the king. But you could immediately think, oh, he's up to something.
Yeah, but the main thing is what makes him how would I put it? It's kind of like a good thing about him is that he's a little bit more relatable than most bad characters. He has that personality where he feels in himself that he's actually doing good. That he actually
he thinks he's doing the
right his intentions are he wants to help. He wants to do this for the better of the king and
for the sake of the kingdom.
Yeah, but
he's going about it the wrong way. Yeah. Completely the wrong way.
Yeah, and so it seems like to be a double-edged sword.
We're convinced that if the king is even dead, we think he might be alive, but we think he was responsible for that, for his death / disappearance.
Yes.
He did something. So he could gain power and control over the kingdom. And, of course, I think the thing I hate most about him is just how little he cares about his kids.
Yeah, to an extent,
He's using them to... he's using them for his own goals, really, because he set them off to kill the princes.
Yep.
And get the egg.
Yeah, so he can actually rule the kingdom the way he feels fit, whatever.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But I think the worst thing was if you had it, he said was it Claudia? He said if it had a choice between your brother or the egg, then choose the egg. But if you notice, later on when Soren got really badly injured, she chose her brother.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that was her decision. So that gives you a hint that Claudia's not all bad.
Yeah, for now.
Well, I don't know. She's kind of this at this point.
Well, kind of like what actually happened in the second season, with basically you remind me his name, the main guy.
Which main guy? The bad or good?
Callum. Callum. Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. I just had a mental blank there for a second. But yeah,
that's so bad.
Yeah, but the main thing is Callum. Basically, when he used dark magic, it kind of ate him up a bit. So the thing is I have a feeling it is, and I have a feeling that
Byron's already. We're just talking about Byron right now.
Yeah, but I mean, in that sense, is that the more the dark magic is getting used, the more your sense of love and basically any good light in you is just being eaten away.
That's probably where he is right now. He's so eager to use dark magic for his own needs that he just doesn't know how to love his kids anymore.
Yeah.
He's just lost that ability. And I'm curious to see how things go between him and this Moonstar elf, shadow, whatever the heck kind of elf it is.
Yep.
Who we know now is the master of all 6 primal powers.
Which is Eep.
Yeah. And I know that he's communicating with him right now, but I just hope he doesn't at all get out of that mirror. Because that would be really bad.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that's going to happen because I'm not going to introduce... You're not going to introduce a bad guy like that and not have him escape.
No.
But
I've seen interesting comments that point out, well, if they've got some bad guy who is into dark magic and can control the 6 primals, then you've got to have someone on the good side that can potentially do the same thing. Which I think they're slowly leading up for Callum, because he just showed he has the potential of using sky magic without the help of
Alacrima.
Some kind of mediator kind of thing. So he's already shown great potential. He can probably pull out something else if he has the right foundation of it, I guess.
Well, we'll see what happens.
But he's just beginning, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, the show's just beginning anyway, so...
Yeah, we found out this was a book series, so it's going to go for a while. But moving on, we may as well go to the siblings now.
Yep.
Because they're really important.
Well, Claudia, you've mentioned first.
Well, Claudia's very mixed for me, because I like her general character, because she's perky and she's funny, and she genuinely is a good person, because she does care about Callum and Ezran. Because she did run into Ezran when he ran off, and she could have done something. She could have very well followed her dad's orders and killed him, but she didn't. In fact, said she just had a D&M talk to him. So that was really good. So the only thing is that she is addicted to dark magic.
Yeah, that's true.
And it is slowly corrupting her. Like, after she healed Soren, whoa, she actually got a little bit scary there.
Yeah, that's what I mean, in the sense of that I have a feeling that it's actually eating her up to where...
Well, that's what dark magic does.
Yeah. You become more power hungry than you do actually caring for the people.
So I admire her strength to be able to use dark magic and squeeze it out of creatures, you know, but she still has a big love for her brother. That's a very hard balance to have.
Well, we'll see what happens.
That could probably screw her up in the future.
Well, go on about her brother.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
He's not the brightest one either.
He's not the brightest bulb, not the sharpest tool. But he's a good sword fighter. I admire his sword fighting skills, because he goes toe to toe with Rayla, who is a skilled fighter in her own right.
Yep, and someone we'll talk about
we'll
later.
talk about Rayla later. But I just... Now, you know, you got a clarity that he was a good person later on, and my cat is right behind the phone. He might knock it over. I didn't get him. Because when he got injured or paralysed, he immediately was like, oh no, now I can't do anything, I feel useless. I mean, he was relieved, because now he couldn't do the mission he felt wrong about doing. Because it was, the whole moral of it made him feel not right about it. It just, it stuffed up his sense of morality. So he was like, great, now that I'm paralysed, I can't do the mission, so Dad won't be disappointed in me.
Yeah. That's all he wants, is his dad's approval of him. Which basically doesn't seem to go too well.
That doesn't think that's going to happen, because I reckon if he stayed paralysed and he got maybe escorted back to the castle and his dad found out, he probably would call him a disgrace, probably, or he probably wouldn't even care.
Not really.
I don't think he cares about the two of them, because he told Claudia to pick the egg over her brother, which pretty much says, let your brother die if you have to.
And then gave the order for the brother to kill the princes. Under no circumstances is he allowed to come back otherwise.
Yeah. So if Soren died, Byron probably wouldn't care. You're like, oh, well, he obviously failed his mission then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moving on. And I think he more views Claudia as his prodigy as well, because she's using dark magic and
Alright, well, moving on to Callum.
Callum. I have very mixed feelings about Callum. Mostly good.
Yeah.
Because he is the hero in
a sense.
In the long-term sense, because he just learned sky magic.
Yep.
Without the primal stone.
Uh-huh.
While people were saying that they thought his battle with the dark magic was a bit quick. They thought he could have probably battled that on for a few episodes to make a bit of a journey. But I think that shows how quick he did it. Showed his strength of character, the strength of the purity within him. He was really sick. Like, he was pale, he had the purple eyes, and gosh, Rayla thought he was going to die, you know,
But the main thing is it may have been short in like an episode wise, but the main thing is he was out for over a day. So
yeah, for about a day he wasn't quite right.
So basically
it was just in that last segment that he had the mental battle going on.
It's basically it wasn't a short period of time that he was out.
Not for him, just for us.
Yeah, I know.
So for those who thought it was quick because it was all one episode, for him it was all in a day. So he had to suffer for a while.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that a day going through that kind of agony would be an eternity of an eternity of what of just suffering, and it would be a while. Like if I was in that kind of pain for a day, I'd probably ask someone to give me a knockout pill.
Possibly.
So I could just sleep through it. I think the strangest part of his dreams for me was the sail. He turned into the sail.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the weirdest feeling if that was in real life. Like he physically turned into a sail. Even though it was only mental, you know. But and then I did like, so you can see the actual growth, like how he dispersed the dark magic was the argument between him and his darker self. Because I was like, well, everybody has that within them, but because he used dark magic, that part of him was more stronger than it was. He was all tempting, come join us, come join the dark side. We have cookies.
Lies. However,
that's how they pull you across. They tempt you with stuff.
Yes, I know. But the main thing is that the one thing that's good is the fact that he was able to actually, as he came out of it, he was able to understand why basically he wasn't able to do this the storm magic in the first place. But then he was able to fully grasp of where it all comes from in the first place. That's how once he gained the understanding of where it came from, is why he was able to actually do it.
Breathe.
Yeah.
And breathing is valuable too because it's sky magic. It's air.
Yeah.
It's all around us. So you just breathe, take it in, and let it overcome you. And he became one with sky magic, pretty much.
Well, next one would be Ezrin.
Ezrin. Well, what are your thoughts of Callum overall's character? Like, he's grown a lot since we first saw him because he was all.
I think he's. Are you talking about Callum still?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Callum, I think, based as an overall character, he can be a little bit stubborn in his own ways. Like he doesn't like to listen unless
he's
something.
He's not that open-minded.
Yeah, unless he actually understands for himself, he doesn't actually listen too well.
Like when Ezrin was trying to convince him he could communicate with animals, and he was like, well, unless there's proof, he doesn't believe him. Yeah. You know? He's seeing is believing kind of guy.
Yeah, for him, yes.
Alright, well, since we mentioned Ezrin, we'll go into him. Younger brother. I love Ezrin. I actually envy his ability to talk, to communicate with animals in general. I wish I could know what these cats are saying to me all the time. So, because I just let Miggy inside not too long ago, and he was just walking around just meow meow meow, and I'm just like, what the heck do you want? Because he was just going in random places. I thought he wasn't hungry, he just. And this one is just verbal. Anyway. But Ezrin, yeah, I did feel a bit sorry for Bait because it seems like as soon as Zim came along, Ezrin's focus went on to him.
Yeah, and Bait kind of just became forgotten.
Yeah, but they still had a creative way of, like, even though Ezrin forgot about him, they made it so that we didn't forget about Bait.
Yeah.
They still had that really cute way of doing that. Like, even though Ezrin kind of ignored him, but Rayla still gave him attention. Callum was, like, reading the letter from his dad, Bait was the one that was there, giving him that support. So I really like how they still kept Bait in importance in play.
Yes.
But I feel like even though Ezrin's attention is towards Zim right now, he's got a bond with Bait that Zim can't take away.
Yes, and plus at the same time, like with Ezrin, he's literally just a kid, so his attention span isn't necessarily the best.
Maturity level is pretty high though.
Yeah, but he was raised as a royal.
How he took the news of his dad was very grown up. Like, he was angry and he had to go off and think about it. But then his ultimate decision to go back and be king, that's something a child would do. Most children would be like, I don't want to.
It's not something to take lightly either.
No, so his decision to go back and take his dad's place is very admirable. Extremely admirable. And I'm wondering if if he goes back to the castle, what's going to wait for him there?
Yeah, I know.
What is he going to do? Is he going to find
too much
out what
danger.
Byron's been up to? And
Whoa,
yeah.
we'll have to find out.
Because Byron's been captured.
Yes, true.
But he's got this creepy little caterpillar earpiece going on.
Well, the next one on the list.
Well, I'd like to think about Zim, actually.
Zim?
Because the whole show's about him. It's called The Dragon Prince.
Yes, I know that, but Zim, he's just more, how would I put it? He's very, very new, and it's really hard to grasp his actual nature of things, because he's just a baby.
He's an innocent dragon right now.
Yeah.
So he's very open to love, and he's very trusting, and he clings to Ezran. But even though he clings to Ezran, he's not biased to him.
Yeah.
Like when Callum went up to the hill to try and connect the lightning, Zim was like, okay, I'll latch onto you, I'll go with you. You know, he feels really open to it. He's not like I only like Ezra, I don't like no one else kind of thing. And he's a cute dragon. I loved Claudia's reaction when she first saw him. Just as love hearts and, why he's so cute. He's like, hang on, you want to capture him? She's like, I know, but he's still adorable. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that'll be you in this aspect.
Yeah, but with the cats, or anything that's just over the top cute, I kind of just insides melt.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, we briefed over them because we mostly want to talk about
our favourite character.
Our ultimate favourite character from Dragon Prince, which is Rayla. She got out. She had our attention.
The moment we saw her.
5 minutes into the show, man. She spoke 2 sentences, and we're like, "Oh, she's sassy. She's feisty. You know, she can't win a tongue battle with her."
Not really. She'll shoot you down faster than you can say eep.
The first impression she left was her kind-heartedness because she didn't kill the human, even though she was ordered to. She let him go, and she's like, "Hey, I killed him with both blades," and like berry juice. And if it was another elf that saw the egg with the princes, they probably would have killed the princes and taken the egg.
Yeah, most likely.
But she just dropped everything. Her whole mission just went from her brain, and she's like, "All right, Prince, the egg's more important. If you guys are gonna protect it, I'll join you.
Yeah,
this is more important." And her, I don't mind that she has a Scottish accent. I think it adds to her sass. Kind of like Merida from Brave, kind of thing. And then we're quoting her all the time. She's just got. I've got a picture. I just finished a drawing I did of Rayla. It's another hobby of mine. I'm an artist. So this is her. Just when she's a bit older. I originally was trying to get her at the age she is in the show, but I don't know. I'm adapted to drawing
older people,
or older girls, so just kind of, So I was like, hey, this is what Rayla could look like when she's like an adult. When she's like 18 or 19 or something. Her hair's a bit longer and she's taller, but I kept the same general outfit. And things we love about Rayla.
Well, one is her actual comments. We find that she...
Well, I say we quote her all the time.
Yeah, on certain aspects.
Like, her favourite one is when they went to a town and they're like, well, we can't let people know you're an elf, so you gotta disguise yourself. And Callum's like, can you impersonate a fifth finger? No pinky. And she's like, she sees a snowman. That's snow elf! And she goes in, she puts them on, she takes the gloves off it and puts them on, and she's like, hand disguise. And then of course the piggy part goes, Whew. And then Callum's just like, just don't shake hands with anybody. And then of course she takes the carrot and crack and dink. It's no elf. We can't say it the way she can.
No.
It's a Scottish accent thing.
Yeah, we basically, we like watching that scene because it's just
it's the way she says it.
Yeah, plus at the same time it's just the fact that she's more along the lines of like, I'm not wrong, it's a snow elf.
Yeah. It's hard to prove her wrong.
Yeah, in certain aspects.
She's a bit stubborn like that.
Yeah.
She's got an assassin warrior's pride a little bit.
Yep.
So she's been trained to think in certain ways. And while we, she was right about Claudia and Zoran, about what their motives were. Even though Callum didn't like it, she was right about it.
Well, she has a survival instinct as well, so she can tell when something's friendly or not.
Yeah, she'd probably feel what their motives were.
Yeah.
Her relationships with the boys. Well, actually, just give me a second. Our little kitty here. Sorry, Rayla. Rayla's this is what we named our kitten after. This is Rayla. All we did was just change the spelling a little bit. Rayla from Dragon Prince is Rayla. And while we generally named this little girl after her, we changed the spelling up. We changed it to Reila. But she's got the same basic personality traits as Rayla. She doesn't like to keep still for its change. Notice how the first night, they're all resting up, and Rayla's like, I'm going to keep patrolling. She didn't keep still, And we say she's got razors for claws and needles for teeth. This one does.
And she likes to hunt a lot.
And Rayla, the elf Rayla, has got those blades, which I love. Gosh. And yeah, she's got hunter's instinct already, and she's only like 4 months old. And yeah, so we named her Rayla. Off you go. Keeping on to Rayla, the last thing I thought we'd cover up is shipping. Now the ships are divided. The 2 big ships are divided into 2. So it's a matter of who Callum will end up with.
Yeah, most likely.
We ship him with Rayla, obviously.
We'll go down with the ship.
Yeah, we're going to go down with it. And there's lots of other people that... the foundation he has with Claudia, because people ship him with her, is that he's been friends with her longer.
And he's had a crush on her.
And he's had a crush on her for longest. The thing I didn't like about it was... If it showed Claudia liking him back in the beginning, I probably could have got it, but she was a bit oblivious. But I just didn't like how she... they kind of move in, and then she kind of agrees to go on this date with him, and things escalate, and I'm like, where do Claudia's feelings come from?
Yeah, I don't think they were genuine. I think they were just more along the lines of if she got close to him, even in that way, she can more convince him to come
back. Yeah. I think a part of her did care, because she cared enough to. She's like, no, I can't do this. I've got to be honest with him.
Yeah.
So.
But however,
I don't see a long-term relationship there, especially since Callum, she kind of betrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
But Rayla, on the other hand, even though they haven't known each other that long, they formed a friendship bond pretty fast. But it took a while for them to trust Rayla, because the elf human thing. But that's what starts it. Like, you're unsure, and then friendship, and he's just better. But the big signs that foreshadowed these 2 in season 2, because there wasn't really much in season 1, was Rayla showed little smidges of jealousy.
To an extent, yes.
Smidges, like, they're really subtle when Claudia was, Claudia saw him around, especially when he's like, being all blushy and trying to do his hair, and you see Rayla wasn't all that happy about it. Not really. Because she's an assassin, and she has a bit of pride, I don't think she's going to admit it openly for a while.
Probably. But the main thing is another thing on Callum's side that kind of like confirmed our suspicions that he also may like her as well.
It's later, one at a time. One at a time.
But however, the fact is that he still, it still shows that he has
still subtle signs. Because another big step was, I was like, please let Rayla be the one to tell him about his dad. Well, I was a little bit disappointed when that wasn't the case, but I was happy that Rayla was the one that comforted him.
Yes.
Because he was angry at her to begin with for not telling him, but then he tried to tell Ezra, So when he talked to Ray later, he goes, well, now I get why you couldn't tell me, because I couldn't even tell my own brother that his dad has been killed.
Yes.
And then he kind of broke down, and she hugged him and comforted him, and I was just like, oh, because Rayla's not an openly affectionate person normally. She's
not really.
She was very closed off. Closed off. That's the word. She was very closed off in the beginning, and now she's gone from that to openly comforting him when he needs her.
Yeah.
So and it's only been like a few weeks for them.
To an extent, yes.
Well, I'm just roughly estimating how long their time scale is. And then it's just been gradually building up. There's just been little moments here and there, like when Carl went to go get the lightning thing with Zim, and then she's like, if you die out there, I swear I'll kill you, you know?
Like, that makes sense.
And then he came back, and he was like, I didn't do it, I didn't have the guts, and all she does was go, good, and then she hugged him. Like, the only thing she cared about was that he was alive.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they hugged a lot in this season. I counted 4 of them.
Yes, I know.
In 9 episodes. For a series like that, that's a lot of hugs.
Yeah. But overall, the main thing is that Rayla, she actually shows the interest of actually not just the fact that it's in a romantic way, but like she sees Callum and Ezrin as kind of like family in a way. So
well, she probably didn't have much opportunity to build up family relationships in the clan because they were too busy training her to be an assassin.
Yeah, true. But the main thing is that since she actually sees him this way, she's always going to try and protect him.
She's probably a bit confused about it, actually. She's like, why do I feel this connection to him?
Who knows, but...
No, so the next big thing was when he was going to the dark magic battle.
Yeah.
And she was on the brink of tears because she was scared he was going to die on her. And we are convinced that she was going to say something to him.
Yes.
Like, she was like, hi, and then he woke up and we're just like, you what? You what? Say it, damn. Right up there, I'm like, oh. That was like a teaser. Like, it's too soon for this, but we're going to like tease you anyway.
Yes, fair enough.
And then not too long after that, like that same day probably, they had that drama with the dragon. Was it before or after his dark magic? Oh no, it was after.
It was after.
Or was it?
It was because he used the dark magic to save it.
No, it was the whole thing with dark magic was after.
Yeah.
The dragon, because Rayla was like, I don't feel right about just leaving an innocent creature there to die. Yeah. And he's like, well, that dragon attacked an innocent town. So why should we go help it? And then she said this quote about, a killing cycle, and we've got to put an end to it or whatever. If we don't end that cycle, it's never going to stop. And she was just like, well, he's like, who told you that? She's like, you did. And then she jumped away to go, because she's like, you don't have to do anything. It feels right for me to do this. Because he was like, I don't have magic. I feel useless. I can't do anything.
Well, in other words, she wasn't pressuring him to do anything. She's just like, this is my feelings. I'm going to go.
So we were just saying this the other day. She has an overall love for life.
Yes.
If there's anything, an innocent creature or that's hurt or in danger, she will put her neck out to save them. Unlike
Claudia, and
just take the opposite.
Just take the magic out of it and squeeze it out of them.
She absorbs the energy from creatures to use dark magic. I'm like, what did that tell you?
She more or less kills them to
Rayla's
use the dark
bright
magic.
Soul.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rayla's just a really good person. I can't say that anymore, Sibla. And the only reason Callum used dark magic at all, because he stole Claudia's book, was to save Rayla's life.
Yeah, pretty much.
No other reason. And the dragon, of course.
Well, moving on to Callum, the main biggest thing of what we know that he has sort of feelings for her is that she is the only person in which he has actually drawn pictures in his book.
That's not true.
Lately.
Yeah, lately. But if you...
I know he drew Claudia beforehand.
He has drawn Claudia.
But the main thing is that...
later ones is Rayla, so it's like this kind of a transition.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he's been...
I flipped, man. I flipped, because... Ezrin's like, you alright? And he's like, I'm just drawing, Ezrin. He's like, you seem upset. He's like, yeah, I draw when I'm upset. And then it it changed screen to what he was drawing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, he's drawing Rayla. You like, you don't just draw someone without some intention attached to it.
But even
when a guy draws a girl, he feels something for her.
But also at the same time, here's the thing. One thing that I noticed, I know I may be pushing the envelope for people who are basically trying to think that I'm actually just grasping at straws, but I'm just putting it out there on my observation here. When he was drawing Claudia, from when we actually first saw him starting to draw things, he drew Claudia as he was looking at her from a distance. Now, at this point... Like
reference.
Yes. Now, at this point, when he actually was drawing Rayla was off doing something.
So he was drawing from memory.
And he was drawing her from his memory.
And there was more than one picture of her.
Exactly.
There was like different poses. There was one of her going into battle.
Yep.
And so some of her just standing there. So that means he's been paying attention.
Exactly. And you don't pay attention that closely
unless you like him.
Pretty much.
Or feel something.
So we'll see how the series goes.
Yeah, we could be premature with all this ranting, but this is just our shipping hearts just screaming out right now.
Yeah, to an extent. But the main thing is that for all those who actually haven't seen it or is still in the middle of watching it, the main thing is that it's a highly recommended TV series, and I would very much.
There's one more scene.
Okay, go
There
ahead.
is one more. I said I counted them. There's 4 of them.
Fine, you can mention that too.
Whatever. So the other one was when they're trying to get to the Sun Elf or Sunfire Elves.
Yep.
Territory, and she said the back door is the Moon Shadow Path.
Mm.
And, of course, things got complicated when the sun started coming up. You know, the moon started disappearing, and, of course, 2 seconds on this rock, and the rock goes into the lava. But then I like it, but thanks to Zim and Ezra's connection, I just love that they have that connection now.
Yes.
And he helped Zim fly for the first time. And when they got across, they're just like, woo! And, lo and behold, another hug between Rayla and Callum. Yeah, I'm just, it's been a while since I've shipped something this hard.
Pretty much.
I think the last thing was...
Kate and Harvey.
I think it was series, something I've watched.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear him mumble, he was saying Kate and Javier from The Walking Dead Season 3, the game. I've played it a few times. But I'll probably talk about that another time. Well, that's it for Dragon Prince. Season 3 will probably be out in the next 5 to 6 months.
So,
it's a bit of a wait.
What's going to be your next rant on this video?
My next one? Well, if I may as well go for the next biggest thing, The Walking Dead.
Alright, go ahead.
The series and the game. You have to help me with the game, because you've watched me play it.
That doesn't mean anything.
And not just the game. The only reason I did so well is because I watched people do the walkthroughs first.
Well, anyway.
So yeah, that's the Dragon Prince, all done. Hope you like my drawing. I'll probably talk about that at some other point. Is my hobby, one of my biggest hobbies is to sketch. I've been sketching since I was a little kid. And say goodbye to Rayla. Little girl who's named after the elf, the Moon Shadow Elf. Say bye-bye.
Alright.
Say wave. Bye-bye.
See ya.